Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
A tragic incident at a Las Vegas apartment complex just before the holiday weekend. We'll tell you what happened. Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. Let's get into your top stories. A 5-year-old drowns in a pool over the weekend in the East Las Vegas Valley, according to police. Authorities were called to an apartment community at 3800 South Nellis just after 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. According to Lieutenant Aaron Lee, officers performed CPR on the child, who was then transported to the hospital, where the child was pronounced dead. We're still awaiting more details. Those will be at lvrj.com when we do get them. A Las Vegas resident and president of a conservative organization is suing the Secretary of State, alleging his office violated Nevada's public records law. Chuck Muth is the president of the Citizen Outreach Foundation, which is a conservative organization that has long challenged the state's voter rolls. He is arguing the Secretary of State's office wrongly withheld documents after Muth filed an election integrity violations report against a voter back in March of 2024. Muth claiming that person voted both in Nevada by mail and in Texas during the 2022 election.
Muth was asking for all information and documents relating to the investigation on the voter, but the Secretary of State's office had said that some documents were withheld because of attorney privilege and personal privacy.
In response to the lawsuit, the Secretary of State's office said it's committed to transparency and adherence to the law. It also said in a statement they have no further comment on ongoing litigation. Overnight work is coming to Interstate 15 as an $81 million widening project heads for completion. Over the next 2 weeks, there will be several lane and ramp closures on I-15 between Sloan and Blue Diamond roads as crews carry out grinding and lighting work. But that work will pause over the 4th of July weekend. To see the full schedule of road work, you can visit lvrj.com and look for this story. Let's get into your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. A sunny day with gusty winds to start the month of July. Starting off your morning with temperatures in the upper 80s by 8 a.m., hitting the triple digits by 11 a.m., and a high around 108 by 3 p.m. Wind gusts could hit as high as 22 miles per hour. Triple digits continue as we go into the 4th of July weekend. Mostly sunny skies and gusty winds Wednesday with a 20% chance of rain and thunderstorms and a high around 103. Now the chance of thunderstorms and rain does continue Thursday after 11 a.m. with a high around 101. You can expect a high of 103 on 4th of July. In business news, brought to you by GBank, your best banking experience ever. An apartment complex in North Las Vegas sells for $70 million. Real estate investment firm Kennedy Wilson announced it acquired Tides on Commerce, a 336-unit apartment complex. Clark County property records and Nevada business entity filings show it was purchased for $70 million. The rental complex, located at 4249 North Commerce Street, has a fitness center, pool and hot tub, along with other features. Kennedy Wilson says it has a roughly 14% interest in the fund that acquired the property, adding it was the asset manager.
Sports brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. I'm Heidi Fang here at City National Arena, where the Golden Knights have acquired 4 new players via this year's draft. Kelly McCrimmon spoke on this year's format being decentralized.
I will tell you that we were one of the 6 teams that voted to keep the draft as an in-person event. You know, we have always enjoyed having the in-person draft. I think the chance to bump into general managers, to bump into player agents, to have those discussions, I think are really important and outweigh the benefits of a virtual draft.
Expect the Knights brass to speak again this week as free agency heats up.
In your health news, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. Can doom scrolling and distracting our brains with low-quality content cause brain rot? Well, according to the CDC, half of teenagers in the U.S. spend 4 hours or more looking at screens every single day. The global estimates suggest adults may be online an average of more than 6 hours per day. Although experts say there's a lack of sufficient data to really say if this can cause brain rot, they say as more young people spend time on their phones, they're spending less time being physically active or having face-to-face human interactions, which your brain needs to develop. In Neon Lifestyle, sponsored by Silverton Casino Lodge. A very long-awaited trail through Red Rock Canyon is finally breaking ground this summer. The paved Red Rock Legacy Trail will follow alongside State Route 159, providing a safe route for cyclists and pedestrians. This off-road multi-use path is 20 years in the making. Local advocacy group Save Red Rock proposed the safer trail after Metro Police Officer Don Albitz was killed in a hit-and-run while riding his bike in the recreational area. Phase 1 of the project will start with the private groundbreaking in early July. The project will be completed after 5 phases, according to Save Red Rock.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. I'm Dominic Kowal with your sports betting update. Midway through the MLB season, the Los Angeles Dodgers are the 2-1 favorites to repeat as World Series champions. The New York Yankees are the 6-1 second choice of the Westgate Superbook to win their first World Series title in 16 years, and the Detroit Tigers are the 7-1 third pick. The Philadelphia Phillies and Chicago Cubs are each at 10-1, followed by the Houston Astros and New York Mets at 12-1. The Tampa Bay Rays are 18-1, followed by the Seattle Mariners at 30-1.
In Neon, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every week at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. A new documentary diving into the life of Jane Mansfield is now on HBO. So how does the film have ties to Las Vegas? Our Neon columnist John Katsalamidas tells us more.
For years, those in the Las Vegas entertainment community understood that lounge icon Nelson Sardelli was the biological father of acting great Mariska Hargitay. She played Olivia Benson on NBC's Law & Order Special Victims Unit for 26 seasons. Finally, Sardelli is talking about that relationship. The showman dated legendary starlet Jane Mansfield in 1963. Hargitay was born in January of 1964, after the couple broke up. Sardelli carried that information around for decades without saying anything about it. Hargitay finally made the story public in her wonderful My Mom Jane documentary on HBO Max. The film is worth your time. What is also worth your time is the free entertainment calendar at neon.lvrj.com. Check us out for details on hundreds of events. Similar to Las Vegas itself, it's open 24/7.
That's been your 7 at 7 AM News Update. You can watch us weekdays on any of your favorite streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Don't forget to tune in tonight for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.